It really is comforting to be here with all of you. The presence of the Consul General of Germany here today is also a sign of how much the world can in fact change. And the recognition of the Armenian Holocaust by the Bishop of Rome this week is also a sign that things do change, and we hope they continue to change. Beautiful words by Ruben, who spoke so beautifully about the Armenian Holocaust. You know, when I started traveling a lot to Eastern Europe in the early 90s, and I had read and seen, talked to survivors, and you think you find answers. The truth is that those of you who've traveled, you know you don't find any answers when you travel. You only find more questions. There are no answers. There are only questions. The travel, the study, only gives you more powerful questions. You know, after the war, the Jewish community, together with others, proclaimed never again. And when it was first proclaimed never again, it was proclaimed with certainty that it wouldn't happen again. We thought the world had learned its lesson. It wasn't a demand, it was a statement of fact. It couldn't happen again. People had seen the result of persecution, the result of racism and anti-Semitism. After Auschwitz, we thought that had been banished. Then we said it as a pledge that it shouldn't happen again when we got worried. Then we said it as a demand. Then we said it as a plaintive cry. Now we say it with resignation, let's be honest. Since that time, we know what has happened. Brutal murder of Africans in Darfur by their Arab neighbors. Brutal murders in Bosnia, Cambodia. You know, people forget what happened in Cambodia in the 70s, starting in 1975. You know, the Americans pulled out under pressure from anti-war protesters in the U.S. They pulled out. The American ambassador to Cambodia warned. His name was John Gunther Dean. He warned that there would be a bloodbath. One of the things a survivor once said, which I disagree with, which is rare, a survivor once said that when he arrived in Birkenau, or in Auschwitz, he arrived on planet Auschwitz. It was a different planet. I wish he was right. I wish it was a different planet. It's this world. It happened here, in this world. You have to remember that. It didn't happen somewhere else. It happened here. It happened here, perpetrated by human beings. Memorial prayer for the dead, murdered in the Holocaust. I assume that generally we rise for this. If you want to, please stand up. I'll read it in Hebrew, then I'll read it in English. I have a different version than you. I want specifically written for the Holocaust. El malei rachamim, dayan amanot, vavi yitomim, al na techashevet etapek udam, shmishpacha. Himasem luchad echover al chavei shchida, amal al-kadosh v'tar b'zor akiyam yirim, ומעשירים ושבותיהם של גברות אלפים אנשים ילדים וילדות שנגף שנשחטו ונשרפו ונחנקו ונקברו חיים בארצות אשר נגע בהם יד הצלה גרמני וגלרב כולם קדושים וטהורים וגדלתם מנוחתם לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בתשע כנפיו לעולמים ויצור בצורכם את נשמותיהם אדונו נחלתם ינוחו בשלום ושכבוד ונאמר Amen. O God, full of mercy, defender of widows and father of orphans, be not silent or restrained regarding the blood which has been spilled like water, grant perfect rest beneath the wings of your presence in the great heights of the holy and pure, who like brilliance of the heavens give light and shine for the souls of the multitude of thousands of men and women, boys and girls, who were killed, slaughtered, and burned, suffocated, and buried alive in the land touched by the hands of the Nazi oppressor and their followers. All of them holy and pure, may the Garden of Eden be their resting place. Therefore, may the Master of mercy shelter them in the shelter of his wings for eternity, and bind their souls with the bond of life. God is their inheritance, and may they find peaceful repose in their resting place. And let us say, Amen.